This is a second date update first.
Huh?
Yep, something that has never happened before in a second date update since we've been doing them. A repeat second dater.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know the person's name.
Is it Guru?
I hope it's Guru.
That's the
my
first thing
gosh.
I was going to ask.
All producer Boyd did was say, hey, we're going to do the second date update now. I can't tell you who it is, but it's someone who we've talked to before.
Oh, my God.
You're going to be really disappointed if it's not Guru.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Who else would still not know why people aren't calling them back?
So who's on the phone? Who is this?
Yo!
Oh, boy.
It's really him!
Guru is back. What's up, man?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Gosh.
I miss you guys.
Yeah.
We have missed you, let me tell you.
You know, Guru, you get more reaction from people just falling in love with you when they hear your voice than any of us on this show.
Yeah.
Guru inspires.
Yeah, that's right. Amen. Amen, Guru.
We,
People feel a need to talk. People feel a need to express themselves.
yeah, they do, man.
Yeah.
We get text messages every day. Somebody mentions your name, Guru, since you did a second date update with us.
Well, Guru loves everybody, so you text them back.
with all the love and praise that you get, I'm surprised that we're seeing you back here from another perhaps
Date gone wrong?
failed date.
Well, Guru doesn't use the word failure.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Good.
I missed you guys. I really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we miss you.
I didn't text anyone. I don't text but a lot, but I would have texted you guys to say I missed you guys.
Oh, thanks, Guru.
Thank
We felt
you.
that. We did.
So tell us, did you go out on another date after you came on our show?
Yeah, I met a woman named Debbie.
Uh-huh.
I met Debbie at the community center.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, cool.
I was going to work out, and then I saw a health class, so I walked in, and she's beautiful.
It was beautiful.
He just wandered
So
into
you
a health
you
class.
learned a lot and you met Debbie. Did you ask Debbie out immediately?
Pretty quickly, it was hard during the class because she was trying to focus on the teacher.
Yeah.
And I was trying to talk to Debbie and ask her out, and I said, you look really healthy to me. I would like to take you out. And when the class ended, she agreed to it.
Hey, that's a great pickup line.
It is. You look
Sold.
healthy.
You look healthy, girl. You've been drinking your milk.
Where did you guys go? What'd you do with her?
I took her to the art museum, to Seattle Art Museum.
All right.
Yeah, that's a great date, Guru.
How'd the date go?
It was amazing. The pictures of plants. I love the museum. It's like taking a bath. It's better sometimes.
Why?
I agree.
And then there was a picture of a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Not a plastic bottle, but like a glass bottle of water. There was the sun shining through it. Amazing.
I see what you're saying, Guru. It was nice, man. Like,
was-
it inspired you.
So,
Oh, Guru loves museums.
did Debbie love the museum as much as you did?
I think she did. I mean, she's beautiful. I turned to her finally and I said, I would put you on the wall. Because she's so beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
looking
the-
around at beautiful things. I said, Debbie, I would put you on my wall. And
What did Debbie say to you after you said that to her, Guru?
she didn't say anything.
Okay.
So have you heard from her since, Guru?
No, the date ended, and I said, well, we should get something to eat because I thought it was going well. But she said she had to meet a friend. She had to be somewhere.
Right,
Oh,
right.
that's-
So,
Okay.
so we had a hug. We had a nice artistic hug outside.
You had an artistic hug
What does
outside.
that even mean?
Just culture to sharing kind of hug.
Yeah, yeah.
After
No,
the art.
Guru, I know exactly what you mean. The kind where your hearts kind of meld and you feel each other.
Exactly. It's heart
Right.
on heart.
See, I know, Guru.
Guru, can I ask, is there anything you learned from your last second date update that you changed on this date?
I didn't wear the shades.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Okay.
good. Don't wear the shades inside the art museum.
It was hard. I tried to say bam less after
Okay.
I told jokes.
Because if anybody wasn't listening to the second date update the first time you were on, you like to tell jokes and you like to say bam after it. What's the
I like
reason?
to include people. Guru's inclusive. So if I tell you a joke, I say bam so we both know it's funny.
Exactly.
Yep. I'm glad you lessened that, Guru.
And I agree with that technique, Guru. I do. I like it.
But I still try to be inclusive. Guru still says it's me and you together right now.
Yeah.
Jokes or not.
Right. And you had a beautiful time at the museum with her, and then she said she had to leave, and she hasn't called you back.
Yeah, no calls.
Yeah.
No calls at all.
You should see the text messages coming in right now, man. People love you, Guru.
Well, Guru loves Guru, but it'd be nice if Debbie loved Guru too.
All right.
Maybe she's something unhealthy she's hiding. I don't know.
Hey, Guru, you never know, man. You never know.
She's hiding.
Well,
You don't know.
You
I
don't.
can't look inside people.
Exactly.
You can look at me. You can look at me. I'm very expressive. Sometimes my face says more than my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never know. That's why, Guru, I'm going to put you on hold, and then we're going to play a song, and we're going to come back and we're going to call her, okay, and get your second date update.
Guru's here.
All right. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I've never seen people so excited for a second date update before. On the text boards, everywhere, people are freaking out because Guru is back with us. You ready to call the girl Debbie that you went out with?
I'm nervous.
Okay, now
Guru gets nervous.
If people don't remember, the last time Guru was with us, we called the girl. She thought that you were, Guru, you are a very interesting character.
Sometimes it's too many bags of chips. Guru's an armful.
Yeah.
Not everyone can handle Guru.
Yeah. There's only so much things you can put in your grocery cart when you go through the grocery store, right, Guru?
That's right. That's the cart that I get behind.
that is right,
That's what I'm
Guru.
doing.
Yep.
That's why I get in the Guru cart, because I got a lot to offer.
I get you, man. I do. So you went out with a girl named Debbie. You guys went to the art museum, shared a hug after, and she just hasn't called you at all, and you want to know why.
Yes, because I would like to see Debbie again.
Okay, now,
Okay.
Guru, if this ends like the last time where the girl doesn't want to go out with you again, are you going to be more upset?
Guru's going to cross that bridge when he gets to it.
Okay,
All right.
okay. I just want to prepare you for the worst, Guru. I don't like to see you
Guru tries
disappointed.
not to jump in the river before the water swells.
Bam.
Guru stays back, sees what happens, nice and calm, then we'll figure out a game plan.
There you
Calm,
go.
right? Calm would be an
For
interesting
that
word.
river when we get to it.
Well, and you learned something last time, too, like you didn't say bam as much after jokes.
I learned this morning when I woke up, I learned something.
That's-
I learn something every day. I'm always learning. Guru's always learning, always getting better.
See?
Amen, Guru.
That's why these second date updates are good for you, Guru.
And for us, I feel like. Learning from you,
I
Guru.
know you're going to call. Guru starts getting nervous.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, Guru, you and I get each other so well, I literally put my hand on the button to call her. So are you ready?
Guru, take a deep breath, dude.
We're in this together, Guru.
Okay, Guru's ready.
You got this.
Calling her right now.
Come on, Debbie. Me and you.
I like how you're using the power of positive thinking, Guru.
Hello,
Hey, is Debbie there?
this is she.
Debbie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. You got a second?
Okay, hi.
Hi. I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. It's where if someone goes out on a date with someone and then doesn't call them back, we call that person to ask why. So somebody emailed us about you.
Okay.
Any idea who that could be?
Well, there's only one guy that I've seen recently that I did not call back, so I think I probably know who it is.
I'll let you go ahead and say his name.
Well, I don't know his name, but he calls himself Guru.
Yes.
It's an
Guru-
excellent point, Debbie. It's an excellent point.
Guru is a friend of the show.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, God.
he is. So you went out with our buddy Guru to the art museum.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time with him?
Well, I mean, it was fun, but it was insane.
What was the most insane moment for you, Debbie?
I couldn't pick one, honestly. Like, I've dated some funny guys before, but, like, he was literally walking around the museum yelling at the paintings.
Now, what is he yelling at the paintings, like how gorgeous they were and everything else? Because he seems like a very expressive guy who gets caught up in the moment.
I swear to God, 3 times a security guard had to tell him to be quiet.
Debbie,
17-year-old security guard.
Oh, man.
Now-
that sounds about right.
Like, I mean, I could laugh about it right now just thinking about it.
Debbie, I want to tell you that Guru is on the phone with us, and he's been listening.
Oh, God. What?
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Guru.
I'm a good listener. I think you know I could be a good listener for you. I think you'll know that I listen to you, not just your words. Between your words.
Guru hears what you're thinking. Like, Guru knows. So, Guru, how'd you feel with what Debbie had to say, though?
It's hard for Guru to hear, but I know it's probably harder for her to say. You know, I don't,
Not though. I can't. Imagine going to a restaurant with you and you'd be like, Guru wants the pancakes. I can't.
I I guess that's how you hear my voice, but I assume that's the positive voice in your head. Debbie, I had a really nice time with you. Guru had a great time, and I think we have an opportunity in front of us that's bigger than a date.
No.
You could be my Valentine.
Oh, God. Guru, what are you looking for in a relationship?
I want a companion. Guru wants a co-star. Guru wants a co-guru. Guru doesn't need top billing. Guru's ready to share it.
Look at
To
that.
hold hands.
See, if
We can be a two-person Ferris wheel.
two-person. Now, Debbie,
You hugged me for 30 full seconds, and then at the end, when you let me go, you said, "Bam!"
That sounds like
Because
Guru.
I could feel you were hiding something, Debbie. I knew you didn't have to be a friend, so I held on to you to help get it out of you. I was helping you share something. I was giving you a chance to be yourself.
see, Debbie, what Guru was doing was helping your heart connect. So,
Guru needs a lot more woman than, and I'm not saying you're not a lot of woman, Debbie, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, no, but I actually think he needs the opposite. Like, he needs somebody who's just really demure and can just, like, soak up all that crazy.
Right.
And that's not me.
Debbie, what you're saying is Guru needs somebody to let him be Guru.
I think so.
All right.
Guru's got to be Guru.
Yep.
Yeah.
We know.
We're not
Debbie
trying to
be
change
Debbie,
you.
And I want Brooke to be Brooke.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We
Yeah.
know that, Guru.
Jubal's got to be Jubal.
You're the best Jubal there's ever been.
Yeah, but I want to be Guru. All right, Debbie, we will send you guys out on a second date. We'll pay for it if you'd go out with Guru again. Can we convince you to go out with Guru again?
Please, he's awesome.
No. I mean, you know, good luck, Guru, but I can't.
Debbie, I wish you the best, and maybe I'll see you in class at the community center next week.
Debbie's definitely
Debbie?
not going to class at the community
Yeah.
center next week.
Debbie,
All right.
thank you for your time. Appreciate you talking to Guru for us. And
No problem.
have a great time, and good luck with everything else. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye, Debbie. Guru, buddy.
Hey,
What we learned is this: that Debbie wasn't the right person for you.
Yeah.
there's got to be someone. There's got to be someone. There is, and I know there is. I know there's somebody.
There is, Guru.
Of course there is, man. She wasn't right for you because her chi was all off. You know what I mean? Like her vibe was not there. I wasn't feeling it either, right?
Sideways.
Yeah, see?
Sideways. Chief.
Sideways.
Yeah.
She had a sideways vibe. And that's not what I want for you, Guru. What else did you learn? Did you learn anything else today?
I learned I love you guys, and I can count on you guys. And you don't lie to Guru, and you shoot straight at Guru.
That's right,
That's right.
Guru.
Every day.
We do love you, buddy.
Truth between the eyes every time I'm with you guys, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to find love, Guru. There's no doubt.
Well, I hope it's another Valentine's Day come and gone.
Whatever,
You
Guru.
know, we'll get them
Hey.
next year, guys. We'll get them next year.
Get him next year.
Yeah. You're a friend of the show for life. You know that.
I'm telling you that. Guru's a friend of the show for life.
Yeah. No, you don't tell me that, Guru. I tell you that. Now we're telling each other that. And then you know what that
the
is?
same book.
We're on
the same book.
same page, same book, same life, Guru.
We are eating in the Guru cafeteria
Yes, we
once
are.
again this week.
You call us back anytime. We'll help you out, man. And don't stop looking for love.
I never will. Could be anywhere.
It could be. You could open your closet today. There could be love in there.
I hope love's not in his closet.
Could be.
Because love needs to call 911.
Guru, you have a good day, man.
I love you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Call me anytime.
All right, Brooke, let me ask you this. You're married
Yes.
in a sexless marriage.
No.
Did you know right away that, like, when you met your husband, he was the guy you wanted to be with forever?
I mean, I don't know that I really knew that was what my feeling was, but looking back at my journals, like I
also met him when I was 16. I forgot to fill in that part.
still keep a diary, okay?
The reason that I ask is because Candace is on the phone. She emailed us about a guy named Corey.
Yeah.
And she says that she got butterflies
Yeah.
when she talked to him. Is that
Nice.
right, Candace?
Yes.
Where'd you meet this guy?
I met him at a work function, and immediately I saw him, and I got butterflies, but he was really cute. And he asked me if we wanted to get a drink, and we went over to the bar, and we started talking the whole night. It
You
was
described him in your email as strong and cute. What does that mean? Did he like pick you up, or was he lifting things in front of you, showing how strong he was?
great. He was aggressive, but like not too aggressive. He had that nice balance of being like really like a gentleman, and then at the same time very, very manly.
I know when I met my husband, I had never felt the same about anyone else. Is that true for your feelings?
Yeah, it was definitely, there was an ease about it, and I just felt like I could be myself around him. It was really wonderful.
Candace, how did you leave the date?
The bar was closing, and I was kind of like, so, when can I see you again? And I thought he was going to do it, and I kind of was getting a little bit impatient and, like, anxious, I guess. And he said, oh, I'll call you. And he took my number.
And you've heard nothing?
No.
So did you guys actually go on a date after this, or was this the only time you've hung out?
That was kind of the date. Like, we separated from the whole group, and we were just sitting together for hours.
When did his interest start to wane? Was it at the end that he didn't take control, or was there something earlier on in the conversation where you felt like you were losing him?
Towards the end of the conversation, I guess maybe I was kind of going into the, like, what's your status sort of thing, and it kind of wasn't answered completely, but...
Oh, so you don't even know if he has, like, a girlfriend or something?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's pretty risky to give him a call not knowing that.
He didn't have a ring on his finger, right?
No.
Or a tan line.
No, he didn't have a tan line or ring.
Okay, we're going to play a song, and then we're going to call him.
Okay.
You ready? You still want to do it?
Yes.
All right, we'll call him right after this, okay? Hang on.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email us, brookandjubal at moving925.com. We've got Candace on the phone right now. She emailed us about Corey. They met at a work event, kind of separated from the group and spent a couple hours together. Candace says that she felt a connection with Corey. Right, Candace?
Yeah.
You said butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm a little nervous. I've heard some of your updates, and I don't want to be embarrassed.
Now, he took your number at the end of the night, but you never got a clear answer on whether or not he was single. Did you guys kiss at all, or was there any physical connection?
I mean, there was, like, he touched my hand, he touched his hand. Like, I don't really kiss on the first date. So.
But you could tell he was attracted to you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, he was putting moves on.
Absolutely.
I'm going to call him right now, see if we can get him on the phone.
Okay.
Now, remember, you can jump in on the phone call whenever you want.
Okay.
The hardest part of these is me dialing phone numbers.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Corey.
Yeah, this is him.
Corey, what's up, dude? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on? Am I on the radio?
Yes, you are.
Congratulations!
Yeah. Any idea why we'd be calling you?
I have no idea why you would be calling me.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where, like, say you went on a date with a girl and you blew her off and you didn't call her back.
Okay.
And that girl emails us to call you to ask why. So we're calling you to ask you about somebody. Somebody emailed us about you. They said they went on a date with you and you didn't call them back. You have any idea who that could be?
I honestly have no idea.
No clue at all. Wow.
Name some people that you've gone out on dates with, like the past couple. I'll tell you if you get
I'm
it
not
right.
going to name people.
Do you remember a girl named Candace that you met at like a work event?
Yeah.
Candace emailed us about you. She said that you guys met at this work event and you hit it off, you hung out for a few hours and like exchanged numbers and left. And she kind of felt like you guys were going to go out again and you've never called her. So she wanted to know why.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just been kind of busy. Sort of.
My speculation is that you have a girlfriend or a wife or something. You didn't tell her about it. Is that right?
No.
No?
That's
Damn it.
totally wrong.
So wait, you're single, Corey?
I am.
Were you interested in her?
I mean, like, I don't know. This is so awkward. Like, I don't know.
I know, but she wrote and said that she had really special feelings and had butterflies when you guys met. And maybe she's just nuts and the feelings weren't mutual at all, but that's not how she read it.
Well, it's not that, like, I was, I don't even know how to say this. It's not that I wasn't interested, but I don't know if I'm interested in the way that she is.
What do you mean by that?
Hi, you guys. Seriously?
Seriously.
Look, all right, if you're uncomfortable about it, think about it this way. She's the one that emailed us and asked the question, so she's willing to hear whatever answer you have to give.
I'm just going to say it then, all right? Like, I don't want to, lead anybody on.
Okay.
I'm gay.
Oh.
Really?
That was easy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's not that I'm not interested. I'm interested in being friends, but I'm not interested in maybe...
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Corey?
Sorry.
No, it's all good, man. Corey, Candace is on the phone with us right now.
Oh, my God. You guys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my God. This is the most embarrassing thing.
For you or for Candace? She's the one that was so off.
Oh my gosh. I have no gaydar, apparently.
I just thought that we were kind of connecting as friends.
Did you know that she was hitting on you when she asked for your phone number?
I mean, I could kind of tell maybe she was interested, but, I just didn't really know what to say.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought it might just sort of go away on its own if I didn't call her.
So you knew she liked you, just figured it'd be better if you left it alone.
Yeah, I did. I had no intention of, leading you on or anything, but I don't know really how to tell somebody that right off the bat either.
Yeah, it's not usually like, hey, what's up? I'm Corey. I'm gay.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, yeah. So I apologize. I just thought that we were meeting and connecting as friends and nothing more.
On the upside, Candace, it's not anything you did.
No.
No, Candace is beautiful and gorgeous, and she was awesome, and if I was straight, I would totally be all over that, but...
Candace, how does that make you feel?
Well, it's good to know that he's still awesome because it was really, really great talking to him.
Yeah.
And I can deal with it. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's totally cool.
This is probably the second date that ended with the most compliments, that's for sure.
Yeah, they still really like each other, at least.
Well, yeah, they're pals.
You're like best friends.
Yeah.
Future shopping buddies.
So,
Yeah, I'll be your wingman whenever you need.
You can also be your wingman, too.
Yeah, right?
Clearly, I need a wingman.
yeah, you need someone to help you out. So he can point out and be like, no, that one's gay, that one's gay, that one's gay. Go ahead and hit on that one. All right, we will send you guys out on a second date. If you want to go out, we'll pay for it. It's not necessarily going to be a date so much as just a couple friends going to hang out, but we always offer it at the end of them.
Totally.
I would love to.
Hopefully there's a cute waiter for each of you.
Yeah. Some people don't get called back after a first date. Not everybody's like Lydia Cruz, who has Hollywood producers fall in love with her and stalk her after going on one date.
She gets marriage proposals after one date.
She does. Right now we've got Julie on the phone. Julie didn't get a call back after a date. Hi, Julie.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Now, you emailed us about a guy named George. Tell us a little bit about him.
I met him online, and we went out wine tasting.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it was really, really, really fun.
Okay.
The whole night just went so smoothly, and we really did, and it seemed like he really liked me. I just did something at the end of the night that I really don't normally do.
What'd you do, Julie?
Now, did you just use the line on us that every girl, I don't normally do this?
She did.
This was a one-time thing.
All right.
I've used that line before.
So, after wine tasting, you went home with him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. After you went home with him, you guys did your thing. How did the next morning go?
Honestly, everything was great. I mean, there was absolutely no signs of anything was weird. He seemed like he really liked me.
Did he leave right away, or did you guys get breakfast?
Did he take you home?
No, we ate a little something, but nothing too major.
Okay.
It wasn't like a long, drawn-out thing.
But he actually got up out of bed and at least walked you to the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it was like the perfect ending to an evening, and then an evening overnight.
Right.
And morning.
Okay.
What was the last thing he said to you?
He just said, I had a really great time. And I said, I did too. And then he just...
And then you did the walk of shame.
Oh, yeah, girl.
And have you tried to get a hold of him?
Yeah, I have called him, and, I've left some messages. It's been about 2 weeks,
Okay.
so I have no idea
All right.
what's going on. I don't know what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll call him right after this, see if we can get him on the phone and ask him why, okay?
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Julie called us about a guy she met online. They went out on a date. They ended up hooking up that night.
Yeah.
She says she doesn't normally do that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe her. I believe her 100%.
Yeah, right.
We're going to call him right now. His name's George, and see if we can get him on the phone and ask him why he didn't call you back. Are you ready, Julie?
Actually, before you do that, I really haven't actually told you the whole story.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What more is there?
I just wanted you to know that he did call me after the date to
Oh.
set up a second date. So there was a second date set up, but I was really embarrassed to say it because he just didn't show up for it. And
So he actually stood you up for your second date when you guys were supposed to meet up.
Julie.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted you to know so that something like that comes out.
You're hoping that he has a good excuse for not showing up and then not getting back to you.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, we'll give him a call right now. And
Okay.
Hello?
hey, can I speak to George?
Yeah, this is him.
George, what's up, dude? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. I wanted to call and talk to you about something if you got a minute.
Okay.
Do you ever listen to the show, George?
Not too often.
So we have a mutual friend, a girl named Julie, that you went on one date with, and then you had a second date scheduled, but you kind of ditched her, and I was just calling to ask why.
You mean the psychopath, Julie?
What?
Psychopath?
You talked to her, right?
Yeah, we just know her as Julie, not the psychopath, though. Tell us why you called her a psychopath.
Well, what did she tell you? Did she say that she spent the night?
Yeah. She said you guys went wine tasting. Things went great. She went back to your house.
The night of, everything was great. 2 days later, a girlfriend of mine, a buddy, just a friend, texted me and saying, "What's your deal? What was your problem last night?" Apparently, Julie went into my phone, texted this girl back saying, "Stay away from George. Don't come near this guy."
Whoa.
And then deleted her contact info from my phone while I was in the bathroom or in the kitchen, who knows where.
Julie?
Yeah?
Julie, yeah, this girl.
No, yeah, no, I was, yeah, I know you're talking about Julie. I was asking Julie if this was true. She's on the phone right now, George.
Yes, but I didn't want this other girl just screwing this up. I was having an awesome time. I mean, got another girl texting while we're on a date. That's just so rude.
Julie?
I mean,
You realize it was a first date, Julie?
I just don't think that that's fair.
This is our second date is on the radio discussing why you deleted other people's contacts from my phone. That's insane.
Okay, so here's the question. Did you set up the second date where you stood her up before you knew about this, George?
Yeah, I found out afterwards, after I'd already made the plans, that she was a psycho.
So we
Oh,
know.
come on. I'm not a psycho. That's ridiculous. It's just, you
are a psycho.
Julie,
You went into my phone.
She texted you a couple different times, and I saw it. It was right in front of me.
Wow.
Ooh.
So she's my friend.
Have you been accused of being a little possessive before, Julie?
No.
Have you ever been accused of being a psycho?
George,
What was that? I was being nicer.
You met Julie online. You didn't know much about her. What'd you expect?
I should not have dated girls online. This is 21st century dating is a failure for me so far.
George, you're a little angry. I mean...
you know what? In George's defense, I'd be a little angry too, especially if somebody deleted contact info from my phone.
But were you hooking up with this other girl, and that's why you're angry, because you ruined your game with the other girl?
No, I wasn't hooking up with this other. She's just a friend of mine, and now I have to, it's this awkward situation where I have to explain this girl I was hanging out with sends you hateful text messages. Is it like a pretty bizarre circumstance?
Julie, can you see his point of view here? I know you sound kind of defensive, but can you see his point of view that that's kind of weird to do at all, but especially on a first date?
I honestly don't see what the problem is. It was right in front of me. She was texting a couple different times. I'm having a great time, and I'm thinking, obviously it was we were going to go home with each other. I mean, that's the way it was going to be going. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy's totally two-timing me. Who knows? Maybe there's others out there.
Julie, what would you do if the roles were reversed and George went through your phone?
I probably would just say something to him and then explain it instead of not calling me back.
So I think the thing is here, Julie, like this is not weird behavior for you. Like you, and I'm not judging you.
Yeah, you are. I am.
Inside, I am. Not verbally, I'm not
to your
judging
face.
you. Yeah. But this is normal behavior for you.
I'm just saying that to me was just wrong, and I
Okay.
felt the need to do something about it.
All right. Well, I guess you know now why George didn't meet up with you for your second
Yeah,
date.
I mean, he could have at least just called me and, explained it or something, but he just decided not to show up. I just feel like that's just rude.
At the end of the second date updates, we always ask people if they want to go on a second date. We will pay for you guys to go out again if you want to. George, would you like to go out with Julie again?
Yeah, I'll tell her I'll text her and think about it.
I think that's a no.
Oh, that's mean.
Julie?
Oh, Julie.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a two-timer. I wouldn't want to go with him either. It's simple. You go out on a date with someone and they end up blowing you off. You email us. We'll give them a call for you to find out why. Today we have Jacqueline on the phone. Jacqueline, how are you?
Hi, Jubal. I'm good.
Hi, how are you? So, what
Please be gentle with me, okay?
Be gentle with him. Gentle with everybody.
That is not true.
No, you're not.
But I don't think.
No,
that
you're
it's-
not.
It's not.
I know you.
It's not Jubal you have to be worried about. It's the dude that won't call you back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm kind of worried about the whole thing at this point.
What's his name?
His name is Brad.
Brad. And
And-
what'd you guys do on your first date?
Well, we originally had met through some friends that I work with,
Okay.
and we went out to happy hour. And we drank a lot, and we, had a really good time.
Right, and you like to get
kind of-
and you like to get hammered, so that's cool.
I know I don't generally like to get hammered, but I hadn't had anything to eat. We actually skipped dinner.
Okay.
So we totally skipped dinner and just drank through dinner,
All right.
And then, of course, one thing led to another. I took him home with me, and I slept with him.
Nice.
Which I don't ever do. I never, ever.
Right. Hey, you know
I
what?
never do that. No, I
Sure.
really don't.
Do you swear up and down that this is the first time you've ever done that?
I swear it is the first time. I really don't do this, and especially because I know him through work friend. I don't. I really
Okay.
just didn't want.
Listen,
I don't want
listen. It doesn't matter. It happened, and then what? He hasn't gotten back to you since, or?
Well, I thought here's the thing. I really thought he would because he actually stayed the night. He didn't even leave after anything weird, and he kissed me goodbye in the morning. I actually offered him breakfast, and he said no, but it actually felt like really good.
Jacqueline, did he say anything about calling you?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I'll talk to you soon. He kissed me goodbye.
Have you tried to get a hold of him?
Yes. I
Okay.
haven't heard from him. I haven't had a text from him. I haven't.
How long ago was this?
This is almost a week ago.
Okay. We're going to give him a call then and ask him the question, and you're prepared to hear whatever he has to say.
I'm preparing.
Preparing. Okay, nice. All right, we'll call him right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
So Jacqueline emailed us because she went out on a date with a guy named Brad. They went to happy hour, ended up drinking a little, and she did something she has never, ever done before. Took him home. In the morning, he stayed, gave her a kiss goodbye, and she hasn't heard from him since. We're going to call and get him on the phone and find out why. Jacqueline,
Uh-huh.
you ready to give him a call?
I feel as ready as I'm going to be, I think.
What's your biggest fear, Jacqueline?
Oh, God. I don't. It's a fear of not knowing. Mostly just not knowing.
Jacqueline, hang on, it's ringing.
Okay.
Hello?
May I speak to Brad, please?
Yeah, this is Brad. Who's this?
Brad, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. You got a second?
What's going on?
I wanted to call you to talk about a mutual friend of ours, a girl named Jacqueline. Does that ring a bell?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Well, apparently you went on a date with her, ended up hooking up with her after a happy hour, and never called her back. So we were just calling to find out, like, what the deal is.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not really like a kiss and tell kind of guy. You know, I'm not. I kind of like to keep my
Well, you definitely did more than kiss. Anyway, here's the thing. She emailed us. It's a segment we do on our show called Second Date Update, where somebody goes on a date, they don't get a call back, so they email us to call and find out why.
I mean, it's not the kind of guy I am. I don't really like doing this, but I mean.
Well, put it this way. She put you on blast first and put your business out there. You might as well let her have it.
Yeah, which I don't appreciate, but whatever. Okay, I mean the bottom line is that she kind of freaked me out. I'm just going to say that. She really freaked me out, and I don't like that.
What do you mean she freaked you out?
Okay, so right after we slept together, okay, we're lying there, and she looks at me and she says, "I love you."
No!
She did not.
Okay?
No way.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm not
serious?
kidding. About 2 minutes after we were done, and
No
then I'm
way.
thinking,
Maybe I was drunk.
Hey. Brad, Jacqueline's on the phone right now. Jacqueline, did you really tell him that you loved him? Do you remember doing that?
No, I don't remember. Honestly, like, I can tell you, Brett, I don't love you. So I'm sorry that I said that, but I think really, that's why, okay. Now
Jacqueline, hang on. You're acting like you're blaming him for not calling you back. I've got to take his side on this. If a girl told me she loved me, even if she was drunk, I would be a little weirded out.
Context. So, like, maybe it was like, oh, I love you, or I don't know what.
Jacqueline, it's okay. You get swept up in the moment, and if anything, Brad should take it as testimony to how good he was.
I do remember that.
Yeah, right. Brad,
Yeah.
did it feel like more than that to you? Is that why it freaked you out?
anytime a girl stares in your eyes and says, "I love you," it freaks you out, man, especially when it's only been, you've known her for about 3 hours.
Brad, are you looking for a relationship right now?
Well, I'm not looking for a marriage and 3 kids in the next,
I'm not either, though. I'm not either. I'm really not that, like, kind of.
You're not embarrassed at all by the fact, even if you're drunk, that you told a guy you loved him the first night that you went out with him.
I'm completely embarrassed. Are you kidding? Like, my face right now is like flushed red, and I'm like breathing. Like, I feel so stupid.
If it makes either one of you feel better, the only time I've ever told anybody I love them for the first time in my life, I've been drunk every single one of those times.
Ooh.
And I'm not even over exaggerating. So, Jacqueline, would you be interested in going on a second date if we pay for it?
Well, I'm not. I don't want to go first. I don't want to answer.
No. Come on, Brad, give her a shot.
You know, because Jacqueline's going to jump on it and be like, of course I do. I love him.
No.
All right.
I don't.
It's a forgivable accident.
I don't
Brad,
know if it is.
would you want to go on a second date with Jacqueline? Just chalk it up to her being drunk.
I just don't have it in me to chalk something up to being drunk. I feel like,
Brad.
Wow.
in all honesty,
Wow,
when get
you
drunk,
are.
if that is her like inner life and her inner monologue, when she gets drunk, she says these things. Like I just don't think that's the kind of direction I'm headed.
I don't even know you. Why would I? Well, whatever. It's fine. If he's afraid to be with me because I'm amazing, like, I get it.
It happens, you guys. Okay, so you don't want to go out on your second date. Jacqueline, thank you very much for calling in and emailing us. And you got
Thank
the
you
answer.
for breaking my heart. I'm so in love.
And Brad,
Yeah.
I love you. Are you absolutely terrible at dating? Then go ahead and email us, brookandjubal@moving925.com. We'll do a second date update for you. Again, if you go out with someone and they don't call you back, we'll call and ask them why. We've got Alexa on the phone right now. Alexa, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Pretty good. You emailed us about a dude named Jeremy. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Jeremy. Well, we met a couple months ago. We were both on a Habitat for Humanity project.
Cute.
Yeah, and I noticed him right away. He's super cute, and I figure people that are doing that kind of like,
Boring?
No, Jubal.
Boring.
No, they're
Yeah.
exciting
Care
and do
about
good
other people.
All right. Anyway, so you met him there, and then what happened?
I met him there and like got to know each other a little bit. Like he seemed like nice and kind of got the vibe that he was interested. So I actually asked him out.
Okay.
He was talking one day about football, and I don't know anything about football, and he's like obsessed. He loves it.
All right.
So I kind of was like, let's go watch a game sometime, and like I'll like learn about it, you know. And it was
First of
kinda,
all,
like,
it's called
casual.
a football match, and
That is not
and they
true,
play it on
Jubal.
they play it on a football court. So that's what you should have said. Okay.
So did you guys go watch football?
We totally watched football. We went to this like sports bar kind of place and watched games and like had beers, and it was really nice.
Okay.
How'd the date end?
Well, it just kind of petered out, honestly. Like it was okay. It wasn't bad. It was just I felt like his vibe changed like as we went through it, and it kind of started to seem like depressed.
Did his team lose?
Yeah, but
Because
I didn't.
Did he seem upset after he lost? Like he didn't want to be there, or like what happened?
Yeah, kind of. But I also just felt like even before that, his attention to me had kind of gone away. a
All
little.
right.
I don't know what happened, but like I really liked him and I'm really attracted to him, and I felt that way from him both when we were working on the project for Habitat together and also like at the bar that day. It was going really well.
Have you tried to call him?
I sent him a text after the date being like, hey, that was so much fun, we should do it again.
How long ago was that?
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's a long time.
Okay. All right. We'll try to call him after this, see if he answers the phone, and ask him why he hasn't called you back.
Okay, yeah.
Are you nervous?
A little. I mean, I really liked him, and I felt even kind of like lame asking for help, but I don't want to seem desperate, and I just want to know what happened.
Okay. All right. We'll call him right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Alexa is on the phone with us right now. She went on a date with a dude named Jeremy to watch football because he's a big football fan. She didn't know anything about it. And you're ready to call him and ask him why he didn't get back to you, right, Alexa?
Yeah.
All right. Did you try to talk football with him?
Like a little bit. I just said I don't really know a lot about it. I mean, my dad was a huge football fan.
Right. Okay.
And she didn't fake it. I mean, he
Well-
knew that she was a football virgin.
Yeah, and that's okay. The annoying part is when a girl doesn't know and then tries to talk sports with you and you're like, okay, you don't know what you're talking about. Would you please stop trying to be a guy's girl? So you did the right thing. I'm just wondering. All right, we'll call him right now and see if we can get him on the phone, okay?
Okay.
And you can go ahead and jump in anytime you want to talk to him.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Jeremy, please?
Yeah, this is he.
What's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
You serious?
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Oh, he's excited.
Calling you because I wanted to ask you a question about a mutual friend we have, a girl named Alexa.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You went out on a date with her, watched football, kind of hung out for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't called her back since your date, and we were calling you to ask why.
Why do you guys need to know?
That is an excellent question, Jeremy. Very good question.
She wants to know because she's wondering if she did something wrong. It's a segment we do on the show called Second Date Update, where if you go out on a date with someone and then they kind of blow you off, they email us to get a hold of that person.
Okay.
And the way she described it, you guys had a lot of fun on your date.
Yeah, I mean, she's a really nice person, and we went out, and it didn't click, you
All right.
know?
Any particular thing that she did that turned you off?
I mean, if I'm being honest, okay. So it's stupid, but she didn't know too much about football, and I just didn't feel the click, you know.
So just a turn off to you that she didn't know much about football?
I mean, it was kind of cool that she didn't know too much about football. You know, that she wanted to go to this bar and learn a little bit, but she was a Bears fan. I mean,
What?
she knew,
What?
Yeah.
She was a Bears fan?
Are you not a Bears
And not
fan?
just like, no, come on, Hawks, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, not just like an annoying Bears, like you know when somebody doesn't know what they're talking about, and then but they still root for it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait, okay.
Okay.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Jeremy, That's Alexa.
This is Alexa. This
Alexa.
is Alexa. I'm listening.
Alexa's on the phone with us right now, Jeremy.
Are you kidding me because of a team? Because I grew up in Chicago? Are you kidding? That's insane. Is that really
Okay.
Like, who doesn't like the Bears? Like, the Bears are like the most lovable, like, great team ever.
Alexa,
Yeah, right.
you said yourself that you don't know anything or care really about football, so how can you even be a fan?
I grew up there. My dad was a big Bears fan, so, like, I love the Bears. Like, that's where I grew up. That's where I'm from. You can't hold that against me. Are you kidding?
I think that's rational. I mean, that's her hometown, dude. It's like hometown
Yeah, but
pride.
like, why even care about the team?
Why do you worry about what she's caring about? Why does he even care that she likes the Bears? Jeremy,
Yeah.
really over a team?
Look, there's just, when you go out on a date and you know that there's that one thing, you know you can never have a meaningful relationship with that person.
Whoa, okay.
You were like touching
Again, there's nothing wrong with Alexa except the Bears thing.
Jeremy,
I'm not going to go and, look, that's what I do with my buddies. We go, we watch
you
football.
do with your buddies
we
and you
love
root for
them.
the Seahawks because you love the Seahawks so much. Have they ever won the Super Bowl?
I thought Alexa, I thought you didn't know anything about football. Like now you're bringing up Super Bowls.
They've never won the Super Bowl. I know that for a fact.
Okay, Alexa, were you playing like you didn't know anything about football? Because from your reaction about the team and everything else, it sounds like you actually know some things about football.
Not that much. Some. I wasn't like faking it to be like all girly so he'd like me. Like I want to learn more. Like I knew the Bears. Like I knew the Bears from when I was a kid. I knew the Bears like that my dad loved. I think it's so crazy that we like connected and we potentially could have had a really nice time. And because of me being from Chicago, that's like the deal killer. Come on.
See, football is important to me. I know it sounds stupid, but that's what I like. That's what I do, and it's something like I share with my friends. I'd like to share with the woman I.
Don't you think it'd be nice to have something of your own? Like, I hate basketball. My husband loves it. He can have that.
I don't care about it. It's like an emotional thing from growing up. Anyway, whatever. This is moot because I think you're kind of a jerk.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Jeremy, let me ask you this. Like, okay, I'm a huge Lakers fan because I grew up in LA and I love the team. If I met a girl who was a Celtics fan, who was our number one rival, I would actually be okay with that because then we could talk trash. You know what I mean? Like, I would enjoy that. So you can't see that side of it where it might be kind of fun?
I get what you're saying. Like, you can have your own things, but Sunday is the day. Like, that's...
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I don't know.
So you want somebody that roots for your team. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's your reason.
To most people, Sunday is a sacred church day, but to Jeremy, it's all about football. It's the church of football.
It's the church of football, yeah. As we do in all the second date updates, we'll offer you two another date if you'd like to go out. We'll pay for it.
Oh.
Send
I
you-
don't think
I would consider it, but only if he would wear a Bears jersey.
Oh, wow. Sacrilegious.
Jeremy?
I mean, come on, man.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email us, brookandjubal@moving925.com, and we will call the person that didn't call you back. I love going through the emails, especially when I get one like this that says, Jubal, I don't want a second date. I just want to know what happened. I actually hate him.
Oh, wow.
What?
That's the email we got from Alyssa, who wants to get a second date update today. Alyssa, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Alyssa, you've got to explain that subject line. You hate this guy? Did you hate him from the beginning of the date or at the end?
At the end.
Tell us about the date.
Well, I met him online on Facebook, and we went to this dinner dancing place in Tacoma
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to do an activity. I was pretty kind of nervous, and I didn't want to just talk and have it be awkward or anything.
So did you ask him out, is what you're saying? You're the one that set all this up?
Yeah, I kind of did, but it was mutual. But I told him, I wanted to go dancing.
So you went dancing?
Yeah, Latin style dancing.
Alyssa, are you nervous? You sound kind of nervous.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Why are you nervous?
Well, I've heard you guys do these shows before, and obviously, it's obviously might be embarrassing.
For you. So you're not sure if you're going to be embarrassed for this whole thing?
Yeah, that might be hard to hear.
Okay.
So, Alyssa, how did the date end? What happened?
Toward the end of the night, he went to the restroom, and it had been like at least 15, maybe even 20 minutes. And I was kind of worried. And I had one of the waiters, the male waiters, go to check on the restroom. And then the waiter admitted to me that he had helped sneak Kai out.
Really?
What?
He left you on your date at a dance club?
No wonder you said you hate him.
And it was like a couples dance club. This wasn't like booty shaking, right? This is like salsa.
It was not like not a nightclub.
So what'd you do after you realized that he bounced on you?
Well, I was embarrassed. I was kind of mortified, and I was sort of like confused at this guy that had snuck him out. Like, why would you do that?
Did Kai send you a text message or contact you at all to explain himself?
No.
Have you tried to get a hold of him?
I did, like, twice. I tried to play the concerned card, I guess, and then didn't hear back from him.
Uh-huh.
And also, I feel like it was pretty rude what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened in the last 10 minutes before he excused himself to go to the bathroom?
I guess I had told him that I had been married and then divorced before, maybe.
And that's all you can think of? Like there was nothing?
I mean...
Maybe there was like an emergency or something that happened? Like...
Well, that's the reason why I ended up texting him just twice, like...
Yeah, usually if there's an emergency, they'll let you know what happened and not just leave and never talk to you.
Tip some waiter to sneak you out the back.
Do you think he was on the same caliber as you, like dating-wise? Like, I don't know, as hot as you or...
Oh.
I'm just asking only because I've had dudes dump me that I was like, what? No, you can't dump me. I'm the one that's supposed to dump you.
He didn't even dump her. He just left secretly in the middle of the date and had somebody like shove him out the back window.
So bad.
Not necessarily being dumped. Okay. We're going to call him right after this. Give us about 3.5 minutes. We're going to play a song, come right back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Now that I've had a couple minutes to think about it, I'm really, really curious why Kai, the guy who our second dater is calling in about, left in the middle of their date. I can't think of any reason.
And that's a ballsy move. You asked a waiter to sneak you out the back.
Yeah.
At a salsa club.
In case you missed the first part where we talked to Alyssa, who emailed us about the date she went on. She went out with this guy to dancing and dinner. In the middle of it, he went to the bathroom, never to be heard or seen from again. Right, Alyssa?
Yeah, that's right.
And Alyssa's very nervous about the phone call we're about to make.
Alyssa, can I ask, what about a date would make you leave and never talk to that
I'm
person?
not a coward. Like, I would never do that.
Okay. I left in the middle of a date before, but it was after I told her I was leaving. And
like a grown-up?
Yeah.
That's weird. Why did you do it? Why did you have to leave?
She was horribly bitchy. And it was like a double date, and I was like, you know what, you guys? I'm getting out of here. I'll see you later.
I hope you know I'm not going to the bathroom.
It was his girlfriend of 5 years.
And then,
it was his mom.
Exactly. Then we continued to date and almost get married, so it was good. All right, let's call him right now.
Hello?
Can I speak to Kai, please?
Yeah, this is Kai.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
What?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. How's it going?
No, this is a joke. Who is this?
No, it's not, man. This is Jubal.
Really?
Yeah.
Jubal from... Oh, you from the morning? Oh,
Did that wake you up?
no. I just got up.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Wow. Wow.
I actually wanted to call to ask you a question about a mutual friend that we have, if you got a second.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Oh, my gosh. This is the morning show. Oh, I hear, like, the end of your show sometimes.
Yeah, I can tell you're not up that early, Kai. I'll just cut to the chase here. You went out on a date a little while ago with a girl named Alyssa. Do you remember that?
Who?
Alyssa. You guys went out for, like, dinner and dancing, like salsa dancing. And in the middle of that date, you actually had a waiter help sneak you out. Just admit that you did it. We know that you did it.
Let me just explain to you. She's a friend of my friend Ryan's, and he was like, yeah, she's cute, and she looked cute in her pictures and And so then she took me to this Latin club, like salsa dancing or whatever, and actually I know how to salsa dance some, so I knew how to, like, fake it, right?
Right.
And then,
Yeah, she said you were a good dancer.
yeah, well, I'm good. Like, I can do a lot of dancing. Like, I just haven't
Why did you ditch her, Kai?
Just listen. So she's, like, real quiet and stuff, but she's got this, like, fierce, like, when we were dancing, she was like, it was a good time, and there was, like, a romantic time, she went to kiss me, okay? I'm cool with that. Like, I'm totally cool with making out on the first date.
Okay.
But then she bit my lip, like, grabbed my lip, like, really hard, and it hurt. But I was like, all right, I won't, like, complain about it. Maybe it was just a mistake, right?
Right.
But then later on, she was with me. She's like, let me tell you something. And she just bit my ear. She really put her teeth and sunk them in. Like, it was on purpose.
So she was a biter.
She's got this weird thing about eating people.
So she was a biter, and that scared you off?
Of course. That's like, holy shit. It's like crazy.
Alyssa.
Yes.
Kai, Alyssa's on the phone with us right now.
Hi, Kai.
You didn't tell me she was on the phone.
I did nibble on his ear, totally. But, like, are you kidding me that you got scared for your life, that you ran out of there?
You literally grabbed my ear with your claws or your teeth, and you sunk them in like Jeffrey Dahmer or something. You were like,
oh my God,
psycho.
what happened to you as a child? What's wrong? Seriously, you are such a coward.
It's fine. You go ahead and hang out with those vampire people because there are clubs for that.
What? Kai, have you done this before? Have you just left in the middle of a date without saying anything?
No, I didn't leave. She was like going to eat me, okay? Like, it was weird.
In Kai's defense,
You have no accountability. You like where are your balls?
Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you.
Kai, in your defense, I will say it's kind of rude just to leave, but I've been out with a girl who's been like a really aggressive biter, and she made my lip bleed too, and I kind of wanted to leave. It was really weird.
Dear God.
Alyssa, what do you think of Kai now that you've heard this?
I'm just glad that I know now, like, who you really are.
I know who I am. I don't like getting bitten and eaten.
So you should have said something about it. Like,
Yeah.
that's all. Like, whoa. And then you're like, okay, got it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're calling the radio station to have me, and you're putting me in this spot. Now I feel like I'm like, I don't know, like everyone's listening, and I feel really weird.
Yeah, how do you think she felt when you left her at a date and she's just standing there in a salsa club by herself, Kai?
Okay, well, part of it, I wasn't fully myself. I was a little scared. I was ultra scared, and I
Are you
really
medicated, and then this
whatever.
happens when you drink and because you're medicated? I mean, I don't understand. Are you okay?
What?
Hey, you guys, before we let you go, the station will pay for you guys to go out on a second date if you guys would like to go out again. Are you interested?
Are you asking me?
Yep.
Hell no.
Alyssa, is there anything else you want to say to Kai before we let him go?
Yeah, I think that you are insane. I think you need to grow a pair of or to let them drop, and need to learn how to be honest with yourself and with others.
Kai, anything you want to say to Alyssa?
Have a nice life, and I'm going to find a girl with no teeth.
I'm sure they have plenty of them at the retirement home. I'm always surprised when we get emails for the second date update how many people have met at the gym. I just say that because for me as a guy, I just feel like I'm going to get smacked if I walk up to a girl, you know?
It's almost too obvious.
Yeah, we've got Hunter on the phone right now. Hunter emailed us about a girl named Holly that he met at the gym. Right, Hunter?
That's exactly right. She works out at my gym, and she's really fine. So I kind of toughed it up
Nice.
and asked her out on a date.
All right, how'd you do that, man? How do you hit on a girl at the gym without just seeming like a creep?
Well, I was very direct, and I made sure that I set the groundwork by sort of working out really, really good around her so that she knew I was sort of...
All right.
Did you grunt a lot? Because usually women really like that.
I didn't grunt, but I made sure I was all pumped and primed.
Okay.
I was flexing hard.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do? It says in your email that you went to a bar for drinks.
Yeah, we went right around, there's a bar right by our gym. We went right there, and we just hung out for a couple of drinks. Nothing crazy or sloppy. We we just talked, and it was great, man.
All right.
It was a fantastic date.
Wait, you just went straight from the gym, like the moment you asked her out, and went straight to the bar.
No. I asked her out, and then we planned to go
okay.
right after a workout.
Okay.
So you got like cleaned up or whatever and then went.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What did you like about her besides that she was fine? I mean, maybe that's her only quality. I have no idea.
No, she was great in a bunch of different ways. I mean, most of it was that I could just say anything to her. We just had conversations about everything. It's like nothing was off limits. It was just a really easy-flowing dialogue about, footwear to tattoos. It was just like there was just like synergy,
Yeah. Then how did the date end?
It ended with a kiss. Again, we weren't drunk, so it wasn't like sloppy or crazy. Really simple kiss.
Nice.
But I mean, the whole thing felt great.
All right. I like the way you describe things, Hunter.
Yeah.
I feel like Hunter practices his first kiss.
Yeah.
At home, like the hand gently around the back of her head, the other hand on the small of her back as you bring her close to
Giving
you.
himself pointers. That's too sloppy. Try again.
Hunter, did you try and call her?
Well, first I was just going to be cool about it. I was going to try to sort of catch her at the gym and that kind of thing. But I just hadn't seen her. So then, I called her, and it was just sort of not a lot of response.
What do you mean not a lot? Like none or some?
None.
Oh, okay.
That's not a lot, yeah. All right. So how long has it been since your date?
It's been a little over a week now.
A little over a week. All right, and you started to panic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
How many times have you hit her up, man?
Well, not counting looking for her in the gym, which I don't think she knows about. Just like twice.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I'm picturing Hunter now creepily stalking her through the gym.
I feel like he's in the...
No, I'm cool about it.
Yeah,
All right.
whatever. You're in the women's locker room. Don't lie, Hunter.
All right, Hunter, we're going to call her right after this song and see if we can get your second date update, okay?
Awesome.
All right, just hang out for like 3 minutes.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Hunter is on the phone with us. He's a very direct dude that met a girl at the gym and is trying to get a hold of her and had a little kiss at the end, and then he hasn't heard from her. Hunter?
Yes.
You ready to get her on the phone?
I am. I just got real nervous, though.
Yeah. Have you ever been blown off by a girl before, Hunter?
Not a whole lot.
Okay.
It's happened.
Yeah. What was the reason then?
Well, they never called back. I don't know.
Okay. That's a good point.
Good answer.
Very
We
good
weren't
point.
doing the second date update yet, so we had no other resource.
All right, Hunter.
All right. We're going to call her right now, see if we can get Holly on the phone.
Okay.
Hello,
Hey, can I speak to Holly, please?
this is Holly.
Holly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5.
You're a radio station?
Well, I work for a radio station. I'm a human being. But
Okay. Why? I'm sorry. I don't. Why is a radio station?
let me explain why, okay? We host a morning show, and we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where somebody goes out on a date with someone and then gets blown off. They email us to call that person and figure out why.
You're calling me because I went on a date with someone?
Yep. And you didn't call that person back?
That's really weird.
You went out with a guy named Hunter who you met at your gym.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he's tried to call you after you guys went out for drinks and hasn't heard from you, so he wanted to know why.
Okay. You have to realize that this is really weird.
we do. Normally people are a little weirded out by it, but just relax and go with it.
Okay. So, yeah, I went on a date with Hunter. Did he tell you about our date, or?
Yeah, he said you guys went out for drinks and had great conversation, and like you talked about everything under the sun, and it was fantastic.
Well, I just think that he doesn't really have an idea of what first date conversation might consist of.
What did he say that was so bad?
For some reason, I mentioned how much work ladies take to, upkeep themselves, and
All right.
I was running a little late to meet him because I had shaved my legs.
Okay.
And then he took that and ran with the idea of personal upkeep
Uh-oh.
Did he talk about...
on his part.
Did he tell you about like his manscaping or something?
Yes, that was definitely a word that was used in this conversation.
So you're just like, yeah, sorry about that. I was a little late. I had to shave my legs. Like, oh, no problem. I would have been here late too. I got a little 5 o'clock shadow on my down there. Like,
he would not stop talking about it, about how he just like keeps himself so groomed and how he likes his area to look very nice all the time.
Hold on a second. Grooming's important.
Okay.
hey, Holly, that's Hunter who just said that. Hunter's on the phone with us.
What?
Hey. Hi.
Oh, my God. He just heard everything I just said.
I know. I was earnestly listening to every word.
And what's your excuse, Hunter?
Listen, I think you're amazing, Holly, and when I get excited, I overshare. I didn't realize I was oversharing too much on the grooming part. I didn't get into shapes or things.
Oh, God. Holly?
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Are you more uncomfortable now or when he was talking about the state of his junk?
I heard all of this already, so I'm pretty over the being uncomfortable about it at this point.
Can you see that he actually really liked you and would go to any cost to reach out to you?
Yeah, but there's a line, right? Like, first date. I mean, you got to know when to hold back a little.
Hunter, is there anything you want to say to her?
Well, just that, now that we've established some lines, I can totally observe those. And if we had a second date, there's a whole lot of stuff I won't say.
Hunter, how do you make her feel more comfortable about doing the second date update, though? She sounds like that kind of creeped her out, too.
Yeah, that might not have been 100%. But I get nervous, and I get really excited. And I'm very excited at the thought of going out on a second date with you because I think you're amazing. And if I'm guilty of anything, it's oversharing.
Holly, we'll send you out on a second date with Hunter again if you'd agree to go. We will pay for it. Would you be willing to give it another shot?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, Hunter, you seemed pretty calm when I talked to you at the gym, and then we went out, and it was like, are you just that intense of a person?
No, and I'm calm in the gym because I get pretty tired. But it's really you energize me. You just it's you. I think you're an awesome person, and that makes me excited to be in the room with you.
That's a pretty sweet line. You energize me. I got to remember that one.
That's
dude.
a compliment, Holly. I think you should.
Look, that's really sweet to hear, and it's very flattering because I don't think that people react to other people that way very often. So thank you for that.
So what do you say then? Why don't you give him another shot?
It's like you got to let me breathe a little.
Holly, could you at least, maybe agree to take a couple days, think about it, and then maybe get back to Hunter?
I want an answer right now.
No, God.
Holly,
you're just like Hunter.
Will you go out with him again? This is just one date. We'll pay for it.
I would be willing to do drinks again because if he gets a little overbearing, then it just can't be, for 3 hours straight.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll send you somewhere for drinks again. We'll buy 2 of them.
Okay, drinks.
Hunter, you got your second date, sort of. After a little bit of browbeating, we got you a second date.
That's awesome.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
You want to know if you're absolutely terrible at dating? We can help you with that with the second date update. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5. We have Cameron on the phone right now. Cameron, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Now, your email said that you met a girl named Julia through friends. I do want to point out that your email also said it felt like she just got you.
Aww.
It sounds cornier when you say it out loud. I did feel like she got me. Like, I thought we had a connection.
What'd you guys do during your date?
We went down to, like, Pioneer area, sort of Safeco area. That whole area is blown up. I love that district.
Okay.
We had dinner down there, and I was gregarious and fun, and, she laughed at my jokes.
If I don't say so myself,
Wow,
I was
Cameron.
outgoing and hilarious, but then again, I'm just doing what Cameron does. I'm not making fun of you. I'm sorry. So anyway, you felt like she had a good time. She was laughing at your jokes. You had a good dinner with her.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was giving me good signs.
Okay, like she was maybe like touching your arm or...
Well, Okay, not exactly that.
Oh.
Right.
But when I dropped her off, we did have a steamy makeout session.
Okay. Okay. So there was
Okay.
physical contact. She's
Yeah.
into it.
How'd the date end?
I'm trying to think back if she sort of said, "Hey, nice to meet you," or if she was like, "Hey, let's talk soon." I can't exactly remember, but I felt like if I were to text her the next day, she would
Right.
respond. I waited a few days,
Okay.
How many days?
5 days. I waited until the following weekend, like
All right.
Friday, and I sent her a text.
That's a long time.
5 days does seem like a long time. It seems like if I were a girl, it sounds like a starting of a song. If I were a girl, anyway. But I would think 5 days, like maybe the guy has blown me off. So do you think maybe that happened, Cameron?
That's hard to say.
It's like you're losing your forward momentum. If you come off a hot, steamy makeout session, a girl wants to know right away that you also felt it was great.
Yeah, maybe I should have midweek, sent her a message or.
You can't think of any reason why she wouldn't want to call you.
There were some lulls in the conversation, but we didn't clash politically. We avoided those subjects.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Hey,
Sweet
Cameron,
Cameron.
we're gonna get her on the phone right after this song and see if we can get an answer for you. Okay.
Hopefully, she doesn't really hate me for doing this.
All right. So just hang out for like 3.5 minutes, and we'll get the second part of your second date update. All right.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Cameron's on the phone with us. He emailed us about a girl named Julia who he went on a date with. They had dinner, made out at the end of the night. You waited 5 days to try to get a hold of her via text message. Do you think that maybe you might have waited too long?
I wonder.
Okay.
I wonder.
All right.
Oh, Cameron.
We'll call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone and ask her, okay?
Awesome.
And feel free to go ahead and jump in on the conversation whenever.
And bring out that confidence, Cameron. You got it in you. I know it.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi, is Julia there?
this is she.
Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5.
Oh, hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Nice.
It's always a weird follow-up question.
I know,
Like,
right?
you just called to say hi.
Calling to see what you're up to, how things been. How's life? We haven't talked in a while, Julia, or ever, have we?
Yeah.
I'm calling you because I wanted to ask you a question about somebody you know.
Okay.
Do you have any idea of who I might want to call you about?
No.
How familiar are you with our show?
I'm familiar.
Okay. Have you ever heard the second date updates before?
Yes.
What if I were to tell you that somebody emailed us about going on a date with you?
Oh.
Take it
Now
away.
now can you guess who it might be that wants to find out why you didn't call them back after you guys went on a date?
Was it Mike?
Oh,
It is
wow.
not Mike.
Interesting.
Okay.
You think we could narrow it down some more? Sounds like there's a lot of options.
Not calling a lot of men back.
Okay, go ahead. Guess again. I want to see if you can guess it now. It's not Mike. It's somebody else that you went on a date with recently.
Cameron, I think.
Oh, I think.
Cameron, you think? That's it.
I don't know.
It's Cameron. It's Cameron.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
He emailed us because he wants to know why you guys went out and you never called him back. He said he sent you a text like 5 days after your date. And you didn't respond.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind telling us why?
It was a fine date. We got along.
Okay.
He let us know that there was kind of a hot and steamy makeout session at the end of the night.
Yes, there was. I admit it.
It's okay. It's okay. So you were into him, right?
I mean, it was kind of weird because he smelled like a girl.
He smelled like a girl.
Like he was wearing like women's perfume.
What?
I don't know if he had been with a girl earlier that day or he just has like a weird lady perfume fetish or
Julia, guys' cologne sometimes could smell like women's perfume. Do you think
True.
that maybe he just made a bad selection?
No, this was like flowery, like Marc Jacobs smelling.
Oh.
Like my best friend wears the same perfume.
Hey, Julia.
Yeah.
Cam's on the phone with us.
What?
Hey,
Hi.
what's up?
What's up?
Cameron.
I'll help you out, Cameron.
No, I'm not fond of men's cologne. I think it's too musky and musty and weird.
What?
So
Okay, so you were wearing women's perfume?
Okay. Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, whatever your scent is, man. But
sometimes I wear a little touch of like a subtle women's perfume.
So, Cameron, can I ask you this? I think wearing women's perfume, that's fine. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But does it go beyond women's perfume ever?
I'll answer that with a resounding no.
So it's just
because the perfume doesn't match the underwear is what we're asking. All right.
It's just not.
So, Julia, you were just turned off by the fact that Cameron smelled like a girl.
Yeah.
And that's the reason you didn't call me, Julia?
Yes.
Is that the only reason?
Also, I didn't really think you were that good of a kisser.
Oh!
That's a whole nother thing.
That sounds mean.
What was bad about his kissing?
I just like a lot of, like, saliva.
He just kissed like a woman, didn't he? Is that what
But his lips were so soft.
well, Julia, we'll pay for the second date. If you'll go out with Cameron again, we will pay for it.
That is so nice. However, I don't think so.
Really?
I think it just would be not.
What if he agrees not to wear perfume?
Yeah.
I mean, there just wasn't a connection.
All right.
Okay.
You're scared that he's going to show up for the date and you guys are going to be wearing the same top and it's going to be awkward. We've got Faith on the phone right now. Faith emailed us about a guy named Cole who you met on a dating website, Faith?
Yeah,
Have you gone on a lot of dates from that website?
a couple, but like this was the first one that I actually enjoyed, where I actually liked the guy.
Have you met a lot of weirdos?
Luckily I haven't had any experiences with that, but I've heard a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
Tell us about your date. What'd you guys do?
We met up for happy hour. We decided to do like a low key sort of thing,
Okay.
and I actually felt like he liked me, I liked him. It was going really well.
Any awkward moments at all?
Some of my friends actually came, and like some of his friends came. So like, I think we enjoyed the happy hour a little bit too much. We did.
You drank too much, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like from what I remember.
From what I remember.
So
Okay.
you got hammered at happy hour.
Maybe I forgot to eat my lunch that day.
Okay.
All right, sure.
Was he drunk?
I mean, we all were having a really good time. I mean, it was $5 margaritas. It can easily happen.
Oh, yeah, it can.
Ooh.
Well, talking about
Faith, how did the date end? How did you get home if you were both drunk?
I mean, I got home fine.
Did you share a kiss?
I think so.
Oh, no.
So this is less of a second date update and more of a, hey, can you help me retrace my night?
Oh, no.
Is there any...
I mean, like, we had a nice time. There was a kiss involved.
All right.
Like, I do recall that. But, like, I haven't heard from him.
Have you tried to get a hold of him?
A little bit, but, like, I don't want to be that girl who's, like, desperate to, you know? It's like, I don't play that way. It's like, if you're interested, you're going to contact me, so I'm not going to be that desperate girl, you know?
Okay. Well, we'll get him on the phone and ask him why he hasn't called you.
Stay sober until then.
Or don't. It could make the phone call more fun. Like, however you want to handle it, it's fine. But we're going to get him on the phone right after this, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Faith is on the phone. She met a guy named Cole online. Met him at happy hour.
Mm-hmm.
Her friends showed up. His friends showed up. She got wasted.
Yeah.
Right, Faith?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it happens. Don't worry about it. All right, we're going to call Cole, the guy that you went out with right now, see if we can get him on the phone and ask him what happened that night and why he hasn't called you back, basically, because you don't really remember parting ways with him, right?
Yeah, it's buggy.
Okay, you remember that he kissed you and he said that he had a good time. Or slurred it.
Right.
You're not sure which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call him right now. Feel free to jump in on the phone whenever you want to.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Cole, please?
Yeah, this is him.
Cole, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Hi.
Hey. Are you familiar with our show and our radio station at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Well, I'm calling because I wanted to talk to you about a girl named Faith that you went out on a date with.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I know.
You guys had a little bit to drink on your date.
Yeah.
Have you
Well,
heard?
she had a little bit.
Okay.
More than, well, yeah.
Have you heard the second date updates before, Cole?
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess you know now that's what this is. Faith emailed us and asked us to call you. And I suppose, I normally don't do this, but I suppose you already know, since you know how the second date updates work, that Faith is on the phone. Faith,
Yeah, hi.
why don't you ask him yourself why he didn't call you back?
Okay. So yeah, what's the deal? I haven't heard from you in like a week, and I thought we had a fun time.
Just make this as awkward as possible.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's not awkward. It's just like, hey, dude, what's up? We had fun. Let's do it again.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. It was great fun until you got really drunk and you started doing your little dance moves that you did as a kid.
What does that even mean?
Yeah,
You don't remember
okay. I mean, sure, we were dancing, but what do you mean?
What did she do?
Oh my God! Well, she started out slow. She started with a waltz.
What?
With a waltz.
So like formal
Yeah.
ballroom dancing.
Drunken.
And then I believe it went into the salsa. And then the tango.
Okay.
And then you're trying to get me to do this with you.
How long did her
And then-
performance last?
Oh my God! Yeah, like I don't even know.
First of all,
Ridiculous.
Faith, real quick, do you remember dancing at all?
I mean, I remember dancing. I didn't know I did the tango and
Okay.
the salsa.
Cole, I'm a little confused. So, were you guys dancing together and she just was a horrible dancer, or she just started doing dance moves and wanting you to do them? I don't get it. Explain to me what happened.
No, she just started doing these dance moves. You told me you did this when you were like 5, and then now you're starting to do, like
Yeah. Cole, that's what I was going to ask you. You said little kid dance moves. So, was she like, oh, I used to dance when I was a kid, and then wanted to show you them or something?
yeah, and it was like, yeah, it was really kind of embarrassing actually.
Cole,
Really?
if
Like-
she
Wait, okay, so it was embarrassing for you, so that's the only reason? Like, it's not like there was anything inherently wrong with me. You're just upset that I'm
No, you're a great girl, but like if you get too drunk next time, if there is a next time, like what else is going to come out? Is Mr. Rogers going to show up or Sesame Street? Like,
Cole, if she had been doing the ridiculous dance moves sober, would it have embarrassed you?
probably.
I don't see the big deal. I mean,
Me
I
either.
pull out some tap
definitely
moves down the grocery store aisle probably once a week.
You
but
couldn't see how it just makes her kind of like a free spirit?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah,
it
sure,
sounds
I guess.
At the end of the day, it sounds like what Brooke said. You just got annoyed with a drunk girl, or with a drunk person. Like if you're not that drunk around drunk people, it is terrible. And I can tell you that from excuse because I've been sober once around drunk people, and that's the last time I'll do it. So
One time.
It also
Yeah.
sounds like he's really concerned about what other people think. Like he was very humiliated by this performance.
She's in the middle of the dance floor, and everybody's watching her do it.
okay,
I mean, laughing. Nobody wanted a foxtrot with her.
I just can't believe she was taking those kind of dance lessons at
I'd be-
5. How cute is that?
so okay. I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. Faith is he just didn't
Yeah.
like your dance moves.
You know what? Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. He can't handle it.
Okay.
That's right.
Can't handle these dance moves.
You will bring that foxtrot to somebody else's house, all right?
Exactly.
In the second date updates, we always ask if you guys want to go out again. We will pay for you guys to go out on a second date.
You can't laugh or joke, and I don't want to go out with somebody like that, so definitely not.
Okay.
No, I can laugh and joke, but that was atrocious.
Cole, come on. Hey,
I
it's
danced since I was 3. My waltz is pretty nice, and I know it.
All right. Well, Cole, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. And Faith, you got your answer.
Yes, I did.
You just didn't want to hang out with a drunk dancing girl.
Hey.
I, however, would love to hang out with a drunk dancing girl. Yeah, absolutely. One of the first things you think about when you take a woman out on a date is, I wonder how many miles she's got put on her tires.
What? Who
Yep.
thinks about that? Like
literally?
Every guy thinks that. And Daryl, who's on the phone for a second date update today, knew exactly how many miles she had on her tires.
I don't understand.
Oh.
Is that an age thing? Like, what does that mean? Sex thing?
Tell you about that in just a second, but first, let's meet Daryl. What's up, Daryl? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing real well. How about you guys?
Not too bad.
I don't know. I think I may have bald tires, but I don't really know what we're talking about.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure your tires are fine.
I don't know. I mean, I'd trust her if she says that her tires have been, put through the mud a few times. I mean, who knows?
What is a tire analogy? It's driving me crazy.
Before we get to the tire thing, Daryl, tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Destiny.
Destiny. All right. And where did you meet Destiny?
We met online. We were going back and forth, and I'm kind of a car guy, so I was talking to her about mine. And then she says, "Oh, I've actually needed to get my tires rotated for a while." And I'm thinking, okay, this might be a real good time to make this date happen. So, I had a coupon to a shop I know a guy that works at, get our tires rotated. I said, hey, we both can go, but I didn't tell her. I made it a surprise.
Wait, hold up. What was the surprise? The tire rotation or the coupon?
The tire rotation.
Nice. Surprised her with tire rotation for her first date.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody likes chocolate and flowers, cool, but so I thought this might be a good date idea. It's not something basic. It's like, here's something you need. I can take care of you.
And as much free popcorn in the lobby as you'd like.
Was she super excited about getting her tires rotated on your date?
I thought it was going to be a cool surprise, nothing too big, but when I told her, she flipped out like she won the lottery.
Okay, so it was a good idea then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I rolled the dice and hit the nail on the head, I guess.
Okay, so was your date just sitting at the shop waiting for her tires to be done?
No. We both dropped our cars off at the same time, so that gave us about an hour, go somewhere nearby and grab something to eat.
When you were first telling me about this, I was like, that's pretty lame. But the more I thought about it, the more genius I feel like it is.
Well, how was the actual date? Like when you guys were getting food together before the tires were done? Was that good?
Yeah, we were eating and it was going really well. It was super nice to actually meet this girl in person.
That's good.
Okay. And, she kept thanking me for the tire rotation. Of course, I was going to take care of it. She didn't need to know it was with a coupon.
Hey, any way you get your tire rotation paid for is a good way.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a good way to just let her know you date Daryl. I will keep you in tread all the time. Your tread will never be worn down.
I got you.
But how was the conversation and stuff? I mean, other than all that, you feel like you connected with her?
Mostly we just talked about movies, and we talked about the kind of music we like.
Okay.
We also talked about our families. She's got a big family, and I do too, so that's something we were able to relate.
Oh, that's good.
Was there any weird moments?
You know what? Yeah, there was one, but it wasn't. I'm not going to judge her for it. It's not fair.
What could you possibly judge her for?
Well, so we got back to the place. We were a little bit early, so we were standing around. We're waiting for them to finish up, and she picks a cigarette up off the ground. And start smoking it.
Shut up.
Gross.
No, that is something you can judge a person for. What?
That didn't bother you?
Well, it was weird to me, but I don't smoke, so I don't know what that addiction can be like.
Hold up. Was it a pre-smoked cigarette that had been put out, or was it just maybe somebody's random new cigarette fell out of the pack?
From what I saw, pretty sure somebody else had gave that cigarette to business.
Okay, so she basically picked up a cigarette butt and then smoked that.
And the thing is, smoking is usually like a no-go for a lot of people. Smoking other people's tossed cigarettes would be a big no-go for most people.
In her defense, cigarettes are expensive, so
No,
she doesn't want it to go to waste.
I mean, even if you're a smoker, I don't think that that's cool, man.
Really, it was no big deal for me. I mean, I didn't want to judge her on it. It's the first date, We still got a lot of figuring each other out to do.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty cool and accepting that didn't bother you. I don't know if most people could do that. How did the date end? Did you get a kiss from her dirty mouth?
It is a dirty mouth.
That's a dirty mouth, man.
It's so dirty.
It's true.
Yeah, no. We just kind of ended it, with a nice goodbye. Again, she was like, "Oh, thank you for the tire rotation. You're the best." And I was like, "Oh, gee," We just we ended it with a hug. I didn't want to take it too fast or too far and blow the whole thing apart,
So wait, but she's not calling you back, obviously. Are you mad? Do you feel like she used you for tire rotations?
I would if it wasn't a surprise,
Oh, good
That's
point.
right, she didn't know.
Yeah, because she didn't know it was coming. She didn't see it coming. But I am a little like, what happened? It went really well.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't really have any idea why?
No.
Yeah, and that's got to be disturbing because somebody who would pick up a cigarette butt and smoke it and they have some sort of issue with you, I mean, that would hurt me a lot.
She's like,
That-
he didn't
yeah.
pick up any cigarette
Yeah.
butts.
Like, what is wrong with me? All right, Daryl, we'll play a song, then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Sometimes we'll make the joke from time to time in these second date updates that, maybe the person's not calling you back because they're dead.
Yeah.
Well, today I think that could actually be true.
What? Why would she be dead?
Because Daryl, who's on the phone for a second date update today, told us about the woman he went out with. Her name's Destiny. And during their first date, she actually picked up a cigarette butt off the ground, lit it, and smoked it. And I'm assuming she must have contracted something from that and has probably passed away, Daryl. So this could be a very sad phone call. Just getting you prepared for it.
Okay, I hope not.
Yeah, Daryl, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Anyone who's hard enough to do that casually and not think it's a thing, I think can live through anything.
That's true.
Well, you guys are making a big deal out of it. I don't really know how big of a deal it is, but I do, man. I hope she just picks up the phone.
Okay.
Well, just to recap for everybody who might be tuning in right now, Daryl went out with Destiny. They met online. They actually went and got their tires rotated because she said she needed to have it done. He had a coupon. So they dropped their cars off and then they went to go get something to eat. He said they had a good conversation about what kind of music they like, their family, all that kind of stuff. And then after they went back to the tire shop, that's when she smoked the cigarette butt. But he still said he didn't judge her for it, and she hasn't called him back in a few weeks. So I'm going to call her right now and see if we can get your answer, Daryl. You ready?
I sure am, thanks.
Yeah, this is going to be the weirdest start of a love story if this works out.
Yeah. And once upon a time.
All right, here we go. I'm dialing the phone number.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Destiny, please?
speaking. Who's this?
Destiny, what's up? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Jubal from Brooklyn.
No, not from Brooklyn. I wish I was from Brooklyn, though. I
That'd be
like the
cool.
place, but I'm not from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
From Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show?
Yes.
I'm confused. Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
About me?
Yeah.
What email about me? What about me?
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can actually email us, and then we'll call that person and see if we can figure out what went wrong. And we got an email about you from a dude named Daryl.
Daryl?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Daryl emailed you about me.
Yes.
Is
he
that a-
said that he liked you a lot, but now you're not calling him back or anything.
He sounded like a really nice guy when we talked to him. He told us about you guys getting your tires rotated.
In the very beginning, I actually thought he was a really cool dude. I mean, we had a pretty decent date. I mean, I got my tires rotated, which is always a plus.
Yeah.
However, it was around after lunch. He did something that was absolutely a deal breaker for me. It was just a no-go.
So you enjoyed yourself all the way up until that point.
Yep, literally, he did something that's just not. It's just a deal breaker.
Okay, so what's a deal breaker for you?
He was biting his fingernails, and I cannot stand that. I mean, he was biting them. He was ripping them off with his teeth. It was totally disgusting.
Wait, that's it? That he
no,
was...
that's major. Like, there's germs underneath nails, like the fingernails.
Okay.
You don't know where his hands have been.
You're worried about germs.
Destiny, everybody kind of has like habits that people might think are kind of gross, like biting your fingernails or whatever. You do realize that could sound a little judgy.
I
Then you
mean,
don't-
no, that's beyond gross, and it's not judgy. That's just disgusting. That's just the fact of life. There's germs in fingers. Go wash them. Don't have them in your mouth and stop biting your nails. Like, that's, I mean, come on.
Okay.
What?
So it sounds like you don't think you have any sort of bad habits like that somebody else could.
No, I have any bad habits. I'm completely normal. I mean, I don't do anything weird.
Huh.
Okay.
That is really weird that you say that, Destiny.
Some people's weird is not weird to other people.
Or maybe you're just not very self-aware. We all have weird things.
Everyone.
You can't think of one thing that you do that could also be considered disgusting by somebody else.
Nope. Sorry. I'm pretty cool. I don't do anything. I'm good.
You don't bite your fingernails, nothing like that.
No.
Brush your teeth.
All right. Well,
I brush my teeth, I do all those things.
I have a habit that a lot of people don't like, Destiny.
What's that?
Sometimes I'll do these phone calls and the other person will be on the line listening and then I forget to tell the other person right away. Yeah, you're kind of picking up on what I'm putting down there. Daryl is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. Daryl, you there?
Really? We had a cool time. We chilled, got these tires rotated, we ate, and you're like, oh, he bites his fingernails. Nah, like, what? You gotta be kidding me.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Honestly, I mean, you're a cool guy. Everything was good, but that's a no-go. There's so many germs that are on one's hand, and you're just biting away at them. And I consider that completely gross.
So there's so many germs, right, on a hand, but I saw you pick a half-smoked cigarette off of the ground and put that in your mouth and smoke it. I mean, and I was like, okay, well, hey, it's first date, and she's really, really cool. If I stack these up, I can give her a pass on that. But you can't even give me a pass on biting my fingernail?
You can't believe that picking up a cigarette off the ground is more disgusting and more germy than him biting his fingernails?
Yeah, I believe that. I think everybody believes that, right? Are we all on the same page here? It's not equal.
I mean, I don't know about most people, but I do tend to wash my hands.
And not only that, Destiny, he knows where his hands have been. You don't know where that cigarette butt has been or what it's laying in, for God's sakes.
Don't judge me for finding a cigarette and it's been barely used to lighting it up and just smoking it from time to time. That's not fair. It's not fair.
Well, what's not fair is to be like, oh, I pick up I smoke street cigarettes, but some guy who bites his fingernails.
Yeah, Destiny, can you see kind of a double standard on that?
The hypocrisy in it.
All right, let's be real with that, all right? So, yeah, I picked up a cigarette off the ground. But guess what? The nicotine mixed with a little fire, it burns all the germs. There's no germs at all.
What science are you talking about, Destiny?
I haven't heard that before.
I have to stop you on that one.
It's true. I mean, it's completely true. Look it up.
No.
Like, seriously.
No.
You have to think about the particular person that was smoking that cigarette. I mean, who had that cigarette in their mouth? That could have been some weirdo drug addict. It could have been some prostitute. And not everything's going to get cooked up because of the nicotine and the fire.
You're an idiot.
What? He's an idiot?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to keep going back and forth with it. He's an idiot.
The germs are on the filter. The filter isn't on fire. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay, Miss Smarty Pants. Did you go to college or something?
No, I've just smoked a lot of cigarettes in my life, and that is disgusting.
It's definitely more gross than biting fingernails, because you could have told me that.
Yeah, and Destiny, Daryl didn't even judge you for that. A lot of people would see somebody pick a cigarette butt off the ground, smoke it, and then that would be a deal breaker for them. But Daryl was like, okay, maybe I can get past it.
Listen, you guys called me, okay? Obviously, he liked me. He looked past it. I can't look past that. It's a deal breaker, and I'm done.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Well, then I should ask you this, Destiny. I should ask you this then. Would you like to go on a second date with Daryl? We'll pay for it.
Are you serious? No.
Oh my God, Daryl. You can't be sad about this one, right?
To be honest, I mean, I'm a little bummed out because we really connected. And I was like, I'm never really the judgy person. I guess who knew that I went out with the judgy person?
Right?
Hey, Daryl, have fun sticking your fingers in your mouth. I hope you get E. coli poisoning or something.
At least I'll know where my hands have been.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you for your time, Destiny. Appreciate it.
Oh my God.
Don't call me ever again, Daryl. Bye.
All right.
Well, that was kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
And look, yeah, that was, wow, that's not at all how I thought that was going to go.
I don't think any of us thought it was going to go
Daryl.
that way.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, Jubal, maybe you guys have any listeners that, like, bite their fingernails, or, hey, maybe they're adults and can just say, hey, I'd appreciate if you didn't do that, but I like you as a person, so let's make this work.
And maybe even some that own their own cigarettes. Who knows? Text in 78592 if you want to go out with Daryl. He does chew his fingers, though.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, I'll go out with Daryl. I don't bite my nails, and I don't smoke herpes cigarettes. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Daryl wanted to call a girl named Destiny. They actually went out and got their tires rotated because they met online. They were talking about how she needed her tires rotated. He had a coupon. They did that, and then they hung out for about an hour while that happened. And then before they left, she actually picked a cigarette up off the ground, a cigarette butt, and smoked it. But that wasn't really an issue for him. He was like, it's kind of weird, but cool. He was cool about it. Yeah. We got her on the phone, though, and she didn't want to go out with him again because he bites his nails.
It's so crazy. And
so
he was
backwards.
so forgiving.
And she also said that you can't get any sort of disease or anything else from smoking a cigarette butt that you found because the nicotine and the flame from the fire to light the cigarette kills any bacteria.
That's on the outside of the filter. That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I will say I heard that a lot at a younger age when people would smoke, but I think it's a myth. I don't think that's
Of course
really
it is.
true.
I have a friend. We have a good friend who was homeless, and he would pick up used cigarette butts. And you know what he would do? He would take the tobacco out of them and then re-roll a new cigarette with new paper.
Oh, wow.
Like that's not even a thing for him,
and I guess
dude.
if it
And he
burned-
doesn't have a house to live
If
in.
it burned all the germs, maybe that cancer thing wouldn't happen.
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I've only had one experience with somebody who picked up cigarette butts and then lit them and smoked them, and that was the girl I lost my virginity to. Hey, what's up, Michelle?
Wow. Hey,
Shout out to you.
Shout
what
out.
if she was the one that was on the phone with us?
Maybe.
We didn't even know. It's
Who
kismet.
knows? You're out on a date with someone and they don't get back to you. That's where we come in. We'll call them and find out why. If you want a second date update of your own, you can just email us, brookandjubal@moving925.com, and we'll see if we can get to the bottom of it for you. We've got Kenny on the phone today. Kenny, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right, guys. How you doing?
I'm good. You don't sound all right.
Sad Kenny.
Well, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Confused Kenny.
Spell it out for us, Kenny.
All right, Kenny. So you emailed us. Tell us what your email said.
Well, I had a date.
Mm-hmm.
It was a blind date. Her name was Olivia, and we went to a movie. We were going to go to a movie and then out to eat.
What movie did you guys see?
We saw the new Batman movie. So I know it's not so new anymore, but
That's all right.
I needed
That's fine.
He was at the discount theater, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
yeah, a little long, but it was good.
Okay.
And we seemed to be hitting it off, even though we were in the theater. We would make comments on the film a little bit, and maybe I was a little bit nervous, but I don't know. I had a little bit to drink before I left, just a beer before I left the house. No big deal.
Okay.
All right.
And we left the movie and went to go out to eat, and I said, okay, I'll be right back. I went to the restroom, and I came out, and she was gone.
Really?
She just left.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That happens more than people think because we've got a lot of emails where people will just ditch somebody.
Yeah.
So did you try to get a hold of her after she left?
Yeah, I called her cell, and she didn't answer, and I thought maybe she was by my car because that's where
Yeah.
we originally met, the theater, and she wasn't by my car. So
Do you know if she has IBS?
what is IBS?
Irritable bowel syndrome. Sometimes you just got to take off from places when you have it.
It's true.
No, I didn't get to know her that well, unfortunately.
And no, like, awkward or offensive comments you could think of?
No, nothing I can think of. I mean, it's pretty clear to me she doesn't want a second date, but
Right.
what's really bothering me is that I have no clue what happened.
All right, so you know obviously that she probably doesn't want to go out with you again, and you're ready to hear why.
Yeah, I'd like to hear why. I think I deserve that.
Okay, we're going to call Olivia right after Neo, Let Me Love You. It's Moving 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Okay, we've got sad Kenny on the phone. Kenny went out on a date with a girl named Olivia. They went to the movies, and after the movies, he went to the bathroom and she was gone. Kenny, are you ready to call her?
I'm ready.
You don't really care what she says. You just want to know.
I'm a little nervous.
I think Kenny's the most prepared of anyone because he's already faced it. Like, I'm going to hear the worst.
I think sad Kenny's going to cry.
Oh.
I think sad Kenny's been crying. All right, sad Kenny, hold on, okay?
Hello?
Hey, Olivia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm Moving 92.5.
Jubal,
Hey.
what's up? Are you phone tapping me?
I am not phone tapping you.
Be the worst phone tap ever.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. Like, no surprise to it at all. No, I'm not phone tapping you. I'm doing a second date update on you. Are you?
Oh.
Any idea who that could be?
Yeah, I don't go on a lot of dates. I know who it is.
Okay, you know who it is. So, it's a guy named Kenny. Now, you ditched him right after the movie that you guys went to with no explanation and haven't called him back or anything. Okay.
We've deemed Kenny sad Kenny.
Sad Kenny?
Yeah.
I have another name for him.
Oh, you do?
What is that?
Drunk Kenny.
Oh. All right. He did say that he had a beer before you went to the movies. Was he drunk on your date?
Yeah.
How drunk?
Well, I didn't do a blood test on him, but I mean, he was definitely intoxicated. I could smell it. He slurred some of his words.
Ooh, that's bad.
And the reason why I just bailed without saying anything, which I would never do, he goes, well, let me go use the bathroom. And I walk around the corner and I see him peeing in the parking garage.
No way.
Yeah, seriously. And I don't know if he's like too drunk to remember.
Kenny is on the phone. Kenny,
Yeah,
do you remember peeing in the parking lot?
I do not remember that.
All right. When we talked to you earlier, Kenny, you said that you had a beer before the date. How much did you drink, really?
I had one beer and just a couple shots on the way out the door.
Shots?
But I remember almost all of the movie. I did not think that I was that drunk, and I'm kind of in shock right now that she thinks I was that drunk.
Do you usually take a couple of shots on your way out the door?
Well, I just haven't had a date in a while.
That's the way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot.
What do you mean? What else does it explain?
I mean, I just remember when I first came out, I don't know. I can hold a lot more than that. I'm surprised it shows that much.
So, Olivia, if you listen to that, don't worry. Kenny can get a lot drunker if you want him to.
Can anyone hold Olivia partially responsible for letting this dude drive home, though? Why didn't you offer him a ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hammered. You should have known better, Olivia. Let's turn this all back around on you.
I'm just saying, there's got to be,
It wasn't listen, it was more turned off by the fact that he showed up drunk and then he was peeing in the garage. And I think I didn't even think about that.
Okay. All right, Kenny. Well, there's your answer. Does that
Can I ask her if she'd want to try again under different circumstances, like a daytime tea date or something?
Tea?
You certainly can. At the end of these, we say we'll pay for your second date if you're interested. So, Kenny, go ahead and ask her out.
Would you like to start over, Olivia, with maybe coffee or something?
I'm sorry. I don't think so. That's a big deal to me. Like somebody who drinks a lot, I just can't do it.
What are you, charity church mouse over here?
Hey, I understand her point.
Yeah, because you're a vegan who doesn't drink and didn't have sex until you were 24.
Brooke just wants every single one of these to go out on a second date. Have you noticed that? Every time we do one, no matter how bad it is, she's always like, oh.
No matter the red flags that are there.
I mean, it's just not cool for me.
So you don't want a second date then with Kenny?
No.
You realize that's going to drive him to drink even more now. Normally we do second date updates on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But today we have a special in-house second date update. If you remember, young Jeffrey had his first date with our listener, Sam, in studio when we made things very awkward for them. And then last week we gave him a bunch of crap because he hadn't called her.
Mm-hmm.
We made him call her on air. Well, young Jeffrey and Sam actually went out on a date.
What?
What did you do?
Isn't that right, Jeffrey?
Yeah. I listened to what you guys said, and I agreed with you that I should call her. And we went out, and we.
What did
I
you
agreed with you that I should call her.
I really like her. I
bitched about it the
really
whole
like
time when
her,
we made you call her,
and I
okay.
wanted to see her again. So we met up on Capitol Hill.
Okay.
We went to a place that's like a bowling alley / bar, so
Yeah.
we could do drinks
All right.
and
Nice.
Been there.
activities.
Good date.
And she got there. She looked super cute.
She's adorable.
She was wearing these like jeans and this like really cool shirt. She looked really pretty.
Yeah.
And
Are you sure?
Super cute.
she did. She looked good.
Did you tell her that?
If you would have called it a top, I would have said you're gay right there. Instead of a shirt.
Well, I don't know what it was. It was really good.
You're
is
like,
what
she
it-
looks
I-
super cute in her top.
The blouse?
Yeah. All
Did
right.
you tell her that
Continue.
she was pretty?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I did.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, no,
anyway,
I was
so-
mesmerized.
So how'd the date go in your opinion?
So-
we're gonna get her on the phone in a little while and ask her how she thinks the date went. But how do you think the date went?
It
on the
went
whole?
really well. I wanted to get drinks, so we went to the bar to get drinks, but she doesn't really drink.
Okay.
So we got
Oh.
waters. And
She's boring.
When-
then.
Hey,
No.
no, I respect that.
I thought it was great, and we went bowling.
Jeff, you get hammered.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but
Yes,
Not
you
all the
do.
time.
maybe she's a recovered alcoholic and she used to be, in Jubal's mind, really
That's just
exciting.
another way of saying boring.
Didn't matter. It didn't need drinks because it was still fun. We were there for 2 hours, and we really only got through 5 of the frames of
Are
a
you
single game of
serious?
bowling because we were just talking the entire time. It's like
Was it intense eye contact?
lots of eye contact.
Was there body contact? Did you like?
There was, some.
Did you help her learn how to throw a bowling ball
Yeah,
down there?
I stood
You got
behind her and like grabbed her arm, and we bent
Kinda-
down, and I was.
Romantic comedy
No, we
music was
didn't.
playing.
Yeah.
in the background?
What
We
was-
didn't do that. We didn't do that.
What was the most interesting thing you found out about her that made you like her even more?
I just loved that she was really dorky like me. Like, we both had a lot of really dorky things in common.
She also used to be a tap dancer and loved
Again,
jazz hands.
Jeff,
No,
you're
we
a
both
straight. You're a heterosexual male.
Yeah.
Okay, I've just never heard any dude I know wrap up a day like. I just like the fact that we're both really dorky.
We are. We both used to collect Pokemon cards, and it's awesome.
Because you hang out with dudes that are like Duff. Like, yeah, brah, did you do CrossFit today? And you hit your protein powder?
I hang out with men. How'd the date end?
So afterwards, I went and I walked her to her car, and we were like, had my arm around her. We
Yeah.
walked her there,
Did you make the move?
and we had a very passionate hug. And no
Really?
kiss.
That's
No
it?
kiss.
Did you give her
hold on.
No.
Did you go in for the kiss?
No.
See, that's the problem. You gotta go in for it.
Yeah,
man.
force myself on women, Jose?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
Yeah.
you just had an amazing date. If it went as well as you said, there's no way she doesn't want to kiss
I think
you.
there's a moment that you feel like naturally that a kiss will happen. You don't force a kiss just because it's the end of the date.
So you
'cause
just
you think it
asked her
went
where,
well.
where she got her top and then sent her on her way. Hey, okay, so you thought it went great.
I
and you had
thought
a good time. And you liked her.
I can't wait to see her
All right.
again now.
We're gonna call her in
Oh,
6.5
young
minutes.
love.
We're gonna call her in 6.5 minutes and see if she feels the same way.
Okay.
Does that make you nervous at all?
A little bit.
All right. So.
Hey, baby, won't you look my way? Win 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Again, it's a special edition of the Second Date Update. Today it revolves around our very own young Jeffrey, who finally went out on a date with the listener Sam that came in for their first date when they had breakfast, and we made things very awkward for them. They went bowling and drinking. Well, she didn't drink, but he went bowling with her, and from the sounds of it, he's very smitten. We had her on the phone the whole time listening to his description of the date. which I'm sure, ladies, if Jeff was talking about you like he was talking about her, would you be flattered? Because
yes.
you literally.
Well, he complimented her outfits.
He
so.
did.
Oh, come on.
She
you
had
guys.
a fabulous top on.
I think both the men in this room could take tips from Jeffrey. He was very, very nice to a young lady and very respectful.
I agree.
Sam,
Yes.
how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you all?
Good. Did you hear the description that Jeff said about your date?
Yes, I did.
And would you agree with him for the most part? Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time. I thought it was pretty fun.
Really?
Were you upset at the end of the night when he didn't kiss you?
I have to. So that's one thing. I realize guys embellish a little bit for their friends and
Well, before we get to that whole issue, did he do anything weird on the date? Like, I mean, what would you say was good about it? What would you say was weird about it? Because I'm sure there has to be something weird. It's Jeff. It's young Jeffrey.
One nice thing was he was an absolute gentleman the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
He complimented me when he saw me. He made eye contact, like he acted genuinely interested in what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't
He
make
did
fun
not
of her.
make fun of the fact that I don't drink,
See?
Jubal.
Okay.
I heard that.
He held
I
back.
actually have a good reason for that.
He wanted to make fun
I
of you, but he
actually
didn't.
do have a good reason,
Okay.
but
Well, I want to know the
But-
reason. Why don't you drink?
actually I have
I don't wanna-
epilepsy and alcohol doesn't
Okay.
interact with my medication very
He
well.
gives her a seizure on the first date. All right. So, how did everything else go?
Everything else went pretty well. One of the kind of weird things was I was having a hard time gauging how interested he was.
Really?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it sounds like from him that he was like overflowing with giddiness.
Yeah. At least in here he was.
Did he not like touch your arm or do any sort of like, I don't know.
No, there was like almost zero physical contact. You know how he said he put his arm around me on the way to the parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that did not happen.
So that was in his mind. He's like, I've totally got my arm around this chick
Well,
right
yeah.
now. I'm
Because I
killing
remember
it.
thinking, like, okay, is he ever going to put his arm around me or maybe,
Right.
like, try and hold my hand or touch my
Yeah.
arm or something?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just remember at the end of the night being like, well, none of that happened, so maybe he's not interested.
I totally did.
Oh, no, Jeff.
I remember
You
going in through my
did not.
mind. I was like, okay,
Jeff,
if
were
there's
you-
a time to put your arm around her, now is
Hey.
the time. And I did it, and we walked to the car with my arm. I remember this.
She
Were
was
you-
the sober one on this
Were
date,
you
so
nervous?
I trust her.
Were you nervous, or was it one of those where you started to put your arm around her, you touched her on the small of the back, and then you took it back real quick? Because a
No,
lot of
I-
guys will do that.
Deliberately thought I was like, I have to put my arm around her while we walk back
All
to
right.
the car. So we're walking, then I like tried to be smooth about it, but it was probably really not
Well, it was
smooth.
obviously very memorable.
Or it was
For me,
so,
it was.
It was so smooth that nobody noticed.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's probably why.
I'm not trying to call you out, Jeff, but if you did, it somehow went unnoticed.
Sam,
Okay.
Sam.
Probably wouldn't happen.
Now, had he tried to kiss you at the end of the night, would you have kissed him? I think that's what we all really want to know.
Yeah, I would have.
You would.
Were you disappointed when he didn't kiss you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
That brings me to my next question. So, on the second date updates, I always offer to, send people out for a dinner to go out again or whatever. I'd be willing to offer you guys a third date.
Oh.
If, Sam, you're willing to come in studio next week and share your first kiss with young Jeffrey
Yes!
live on the air.
Yes!
Live on the air. Your very first kiss.
Yes, please say yes.
Jeff,
On air?
I'm helping
you
you
guys
out.
want me to kiss Jeff on air?
I don't.
I want
Yeah,
Jeff.
I don't-
I want Jeff to kiss you on air.
Oh, wow, that's a whole different story then. Oh, wow.
Will you come in here for your very first kiss with young Jeffrey live on air?
Well, is there going to be a kiss or is it going to be mental, like the whole putting his arm around me thing?
Hold on, Jeff.
Jeff,
We do it.
Jeff, are you even interested in her coming in to kiss her?
No, I want to kiss her on my own time when the moment is right. I don't want to create an
So-
artificial moment
No.
I'm
on
gonna
the
make
air.
this
So, like,
moment
in
happen.
a year. Yeah. If we leave this up to you, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It might be
We're
12
helping
months
you
from
out.
now.
I think that
We're helping you out.
forcing a kiss on air is
Hey,
like breaking love
you
rather
guys,
than making
you
love.
guys all believe in some magical fairy tale love, right? That's in each and every one of your heads.
And it has-
Maybe this is Kismet. Maybe it's the God's way of saying
No.
this is what's supposed to happen.
No,
in
this
your
is like
love
playing
life.
The Sims where you're like, kiss now, hug now, or make whoopee later.
This is like
it's
my own
not
personal
real
game of Sims.
life.
All right, will you do it? Sam, will you do it? Jeff, will you do it? We're running out of time.
I say I would rather do it in person. away from you guys. So I don't want her to do it.
I think our listeners should get to vote.
I think so. Text us 78592.
No, ask Sam.
Sam?
Yes.
We're running out of time, so I got to put you on hold. 78592. Text us. Should they do their first kiss live on the air? It's Moving 92.5. You go out on what you think is a great first date and then never hear from that person again. We'll call them for you to find out why they haven't gotten back to you. Today we have Tommy from Port Orchard on the phone. Tommy?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Who do you want us to get a hold of today?
So I went on a date with this girl, and I met her on a dating website.
Okay.
And she wanted to do like an activity, not like go out to dinner or something.
Let me ask you this: was it a free dating site or one you pay for? Because that makes a big difference.
It's a free trial. Eventually, you would pay.
All right. Okay. So either way, she wanted to go do an activity.
It's your trial girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened?
So we, my idea is miniature golf, right?
Uh-huh.
Had a really good time there, and then afterwards, I asked her, I was like, "Hey, you want to come back to my place?" And she said, "Yeah." And so I was like, "Oh, she's having fun too." And we go back to my place, and then like literally, she's there for like 10 or 15 minutes, and she gets all awkward and weird, and like makes up an excuse and ditches out. Like, something switched, like something happened, you know?
What was her excuse, Tommy?
Like all of a sudden, she had like work super early in the morning or something.
It's weird. Like, you're not the first person that we've talked to that had this happen to them. In my dating experiences, has never happened where someone just kind of randomly left. Maybe I'm better at dating than I thought I was.
No, you just get them so drunk that they can't drive home.
That's probably the key.
Do you have anything weird in your apartment?
No, I don't think so.
So you have no idea why she could have just kind of gotten weird and left?
Yeah, I mean, literally, we got back and like we barely even hung out. There wasn't even time for me to screw anything up.
All right, and have you tried to contact her?
I have, and she's not she doesn't answer my calls. She won't answer my texts. And now I'm like, I've completely moved on. I don't even care. I just want to I just want to know why.
Okay.
Yeah,
you just want an answer. Cool. Okay, we're gonna call her right after this.
All right, cool.
Turn the lights on. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Tommy went out on a date with a girl. They went back to his place. She was there for a matter of minutes before getting awkward and leaving. He hasn't been able to get a hold of her since. We're going to give her a call now to find out why. Tommy, what's her name anyway? I never got that from you.
Amy.
Okay. All right. We're going to give Amy a call right now to see why she hasn't gotten back to you.
And Tommy, will you remind me, how long ago was the date?
About 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So it's been a while.
One of the nights.
Hang on, Tommy. We're dialing right now. Hang on.
Hello.
Hi, is Amy there?
This is Amy.
Amy, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5.
Who is it?
Jubal from Moving 92.5, the radio station.
Okay.
You went out on a date a little while ago with a guy named Tommy.
Yes, I did.
And he emailed us wanting to know why you haven't gotten back to him. He said you went back to his place and then you got kind of awkward and just split.
Well, that's true.
Can you tell us why?
Wow, I really wish we wouldn't have done this because it's not like,
Well,
how can I put this? Like, that I think we're just into different things. That's probably the
You're
best way to
into
put it.
different things. Did you see something in his apartment that made you think that he's like weird or something?
Actually, that's exactly what happened. I mean, the date itself was really good. He's a really nice guy, and we definitely,
Amy, get to what you saw in the apartment. It's killing me.
Sorry. Well, I don't want to make it seem like he's an all-around bad guy. But when we ended up going back to his apartment, he was in the bathroom brushing his teeth, which I was like, okay, so that means we're going to be making out. I was ready for that.
All right.
I was just kind of looking through his movie. I'm laughing just because he's going to be really embarrassed
when I say this, but he had like all of his porn just like out with all of his regular movies.
That's
So
awesome.
it's like Caddyshack, and then right next to it is like Position Impossible. I was just like, wait, what? And I remember reading that, I was like, maybe I saw that wrong, and I was like, no.
Amy, hang on one second. Tommy, you don't hide your adult movies?
Oh, he's on the phone?
Yes.
They were hidden with all the other DVDs.
Amy, yeah, Tommy is on the phone. Tommy, how do you say hi to Tommy again since you haven't talked to him?
Oh, my. Hi, Tommy.
I'm so sorry that I didn't put those away, but that is just so normal within a guy's apartment, I guess.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah,
whatever you do, like in your home, is your own thing. But it was like that's like not a first date kind of.
Yeah. Tommy, I normally don't like to display my porn like a coffee table book. You know, I like to put it away, especially if I know that I've got a date that might be coming over.
I know. I apologize. I did not have the forethought to hide it.
Amy, I have to ask though, is that like an unforgivable thing for you?
I don't want to say that it's unforgivable, but I think, honestly, I think this was just so, and I'm laughing just because, like, as like, you know, open as to having your porn out, but it's also, like, just the names of the movie that was really weird, too, because they were, like, all on...
Wait, so
what porn in history wasn't named weird?
Yeah, exactly.
You actually...
I guess I just didn't know that much, you know. It's just weird to see them, you know. I mean, I will give it to him. Everything was alphabetized, and his apartment was very neat.
That's awesome. Amy, what were some of the names? I'm just curious.
Oh, my God. Well, I don't remember all of them, but the one that, like, totally freaked me out because it's on a kids movie was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I was like, but on the side picture, I was like, that is not the one that I know.
You like pick it up, you're like, oh, this is so sweet. He's got like kids movies. He likes Disney. That's not Disney.
No.
No.
Amy?
Yeah?
Now, we'd like to offer you a second date if you'll go out with him again.
Let me ask her. Amy, I'm sorry. I'm a normal guy. Let me take you out on another date. You'll come back, drink some tea at my place. There'll be no porn anyway.
If it helps your decision, Amy, we'll pay for the date.
Well, you know, he's a really nice guy. That I'll give him. And he didn't try to make any extra extraordinary horny moves. So I'd go out with him again.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, you guys can watch porn together.
Exactly.
We're not paying for the movie rentals.
Yeah.